What's good, y'all? This is the kid, DC Wrestling. Don't even really know how to start this sort of recap video, but just gonna try to keep it short and sweet and to the point. You already know what it is. The first Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Days, weeks, months in anticipation. The moment has finally arrived. Overall, it was a good show. It was a really, really good show. Wouldn't go and beyond and say it was the greatest Monday Night Raw episode in the history of Monday Night Raw. Some could say there were plenty of Monday Night Raws better than this particular episode, but not to say that the stars wasn't aligned for this show. There was a lot of stars inside the ring, outside the ring. You had Hulk Hogan getting booed like crazy, which at this point where Hulk Hogan is at it in his life, it would have been more shocking if he didn't. Travis Scott showing up, and at first I thought he was going to do a performance. I thought that's what was advertised, but he came out smoking a joint. He got Jey Uso going crazy. You got Michael Cole, Pat McAfee going crazy on commentary. And then, of course, you had a lot of celebrities that were in the crowd tonight. But then, to really get into what went down in ring, like Triple H opened up the show. Obviously, I thought that was a very splendid little vignette they did at the beginning of the show, going through the history of WWE. Triple H standing in the middle of the ring, like if you remember a couple years ago when he did that little entrance at NXT Brooklyn, and he stood in the middle of the ring with his arms out like he was God or something, creating the universe. But it was a good opening. It was a really good opening. But before we even get into the match, The Rock coming out tonight, his whole presence tonight was really weird. You could tell he wasn't in that final boss character, okay? He wasn't talking shit to the crowd. As a matter of fact, he was playing more of a babyface role, coming out there, acting like he's kissing babies, high-fiving the kids. He was sending love to Cody Rhodes, saying all love to Cody Rhodes, shout out to Mama Rhodes, and just talking about, like, it felt like more like a PR, like a little promo. Like, everybody know The Rock is on the TKO board, and it's just funny because literally, like, not even a year ago, The Rock was whooping Cody in a parking lot. Now, nearly a year later, he's hugging Cody up like they best friends. They on IG Live, drinking tequila together. And from what many people are saying, apparently The Rock isn't going to be at WrestleMania this year. He isn't going to work WrestleMania. And I said it in my Raw Netflix preview. They could very well stretch Roman and Rock to another year. If they want to do Rock and Roman next year, they're gonna do Rock and Roman next year. It's just, again, with this bloodline story, if they wanted to, they can stretch this out to the end of time. That's the thing about this bloodline story. This isn't just some little quick sneak peek you're gonna get. This is like long form term storyline, like since day one. And then obviously The Rock approving Roman Reigns as the official head of the table. Roman Reigns obviously beating Solo Sikoa. Tribal Combat was okay. The match, I say it got good like the last 10 minutes, 5 minutes or so of the match when everybody started coming out. The interference is happening. As much as people like to shit on the interferences, I felt like it really got good. I ain't gonna lie to you. Tribal Combat kind of felt like a normal match up until the interferences. But Roman is obviously the tribal chiefs of Solo, and the rest of the Tongans, they just gonna have to accept the fact that Roman is the tribal chief. And Rhea Ripley, on top of that, is the brand new women's champion, beat Liv Morgan. I think everybody kind of knew that was coming. I ain't gonna lie to you. Rhea Ripley, I feel like Rhea Ripley obviously is gonna walk into WrestleMania now, and if anything, because it seems like Priest and Finn Balor with their street fight, they're going to wrap up their feud next week. I can see the Judgment Day feuding with the Wyatt Six for WrestleMania, like in a multi 6-something man tag, mixed tag, some shit like that. And again, bringing up Jey Uso, Jey Uso beat Drew McIntyre, but it was a roll up, so he didn't beat him. Like he had to Drew got cocky and he got caught up, and as we saw, that's what happened. And then the main event, Seth Rollins, CM Punk. Really good match. Really good match. CM Punk gets the win in the end. And like I said before, man, I don't think this is the end of the CM Punk and Seth Rollins feud. I think they continue their feud. You know, if they decide to do a trilogy, they're going to do a trilogy. But I do not see this being the end at all. So overall, like I said, that was WWE Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and that pretty much wraps up the show.